Good morning and welcome to the episode 3, I think it is.
Yep.
Right, yep, of the Kit Bash buddy build with Steff and Mikey. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Is that right?
Aye.
Aye.
We're not giving you much.
Geez, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Austin.
There's not much of Steff left to give.
That is true.
Oh, we evil bar stewards.
Yeah. What you've been working on, Steff? Start with you.
Me? Right.
Yes.
This is where I'm up to. I'm going to just grab a few bits and bobs so you can see. Yeah, good. Right. And flick camera. Ding, ding, ding. Look at that. Prior planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Mm.
So, over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 legs all done. Let's just move some of the paint out of the way. So, yeah, there's the 4 legs all done. So, they're ready for guitar strings.
Awesome.
So, they'll be going in those. So, you've got the brass inserts as connectors. So, they'll be working out where to wire those to and different pieces and all stuff like that. So there's those. I've got this done, which will be going, I believe.
Other way.
There.
Other way.
Sorry? That's
Other way.
right, yes. I'm glad Mike is here. Because that's the hole. That's the hole for the coal burner.
The clue is it looks like an intake.
Yes. So that'll be going there. And I'll have these two, one either side. And the legs will be going sort of in position in there, one on each corner. So I've build up a square unit on there. I've started there. So I've put a little ledge in there because what I might just do is put the petrol engine in there to help power something, but I don't know what it's going to be powering. So yeah, I'm still working on that, but I will keep putting it in back to front.
What you could do, Steff, is that bit you got hold of, replace that with a battery pack, and you could have headlights on it working.
I've got ideas already, Mikey, don't worry.
As long as they're not above your station.
As long as they're not what?
Above your station.
Ooh, cutting. I resemble that remark. So, yeah, that is what Ian's got going.
Good. What about you, Mikey? We'll switch to you.
I got a new sticker.
Ooh.
A vinyl one. I've been working on my dragon.
Ooh.
I've got to put some UV resin on his claws and things now, and do his eyes, and then he's got to do the rock that he sits on.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have to do some milliput to sharpen the edges on the rock.
Cool. Have you thought about using some Yoo-hoo on like the fangs or anything?
Somewhat what?
Yoo-hoo.
What the hell's Yoo-hoo? Isn't that a yogurt?
No, it's glue.
It's glue. It goes very stringy, so you could use it as like drool or something.
To be honest, the fangs are that small. You wouldn't see them anyway.
For some reason, it looked like it when you had it held up before. It looked like you had them out. It had the mouth open.
No. Mouth shut. They are there. It's just they're very, very tiny.
Looking very cool, Mikey.
It isn't. How is your build coming?
Haven't even taken it out of the box. I've been sorting my desk out. So that's where I got up to last week. Oh, Stop doing it out of focus, stupid thing. Helps if I switch off the autofocus. There we go. So yeah, got that far. So I've got to put the sides in like that. Just like that. Make the back of the seat and the seat today. And I've also found some oxyacetylene, 135 oxyacetylene bottles that I can put in.
Cool.
So
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So I should be doing that today. What about you, modders? Not modders today.
No, I'm not.
I can't say I can't say darky, but I can't say that. Tiff.
Dark side.
Tiff.
Well, I managed to get most of the body done. Well, the shell of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. I've even got a bit of paint on that. And I started on the engine last week. And you won't be able to really see it very well. I really do need a new camera. Hopefully I can get one tomorrow.
I think it's more lighting that's the issue, because it's quite dark in front between you and the camera, other than that one little light.
It shouldn't be though, because I've got I've got that, but I've got my big light on as well. So
yeah.
Oh well. So I'll be finishing the engine today, getting that put in, hopefully a couple of extra bits. And I'm going to do some research on adding some extra seats to the back bit here. Yeah. Because that's what happened. That's what the Munsters car looks like. I think I'm actually going to go with that. Yeah. Build the Munsters car. I looked at the coffin one and it literally is just a coffin on wheels.
Cool, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
And I think it's right down your street being a goth.
It is indeed. But I'm gonna start with the Munsters car and maybe have a look at building the coffin one and just having it on two wheels.
Yeah.
Using the wheels from the bike.
Ah. So like a trike monster.
Kind of, but literally just having it on two wheels.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That's what I'm up to today.
Liking the sound of that, Tiff.
It does sound rather cool.
Yeah. The coffin one will only be if I have the time. I probably will, to be fair. All I need to do for the bike is just not build the engine.
Yeah.
Because it'll be hidden by the coffin anyway. And just build the frame and the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remembered all the little bits from my dashboard and stuff are still in the box.
I'll go through comments before I start because we have a few.
Cool.
So Mikey says he's the first comment. Woohoo! Did you type that on both?
Sorry? No, it automatically puts it on both.
Yeah.
Mikey can't change it.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, I can.
I wonder what the outcome that is.
I don't know. I say good morning, all. Please hit that like button on your way in. I do believe I was the first like this morning. Ivan says good morning, all.
Morning, Ivan.
Morning, Ivan.
Morning. Jim's in. He says guten Tag.
Guten Tag, mein Heavyweights.
And he says good morning, Mudman. Good morning, Jim. And a pleasant good morning to our gracious hosts.
That'll be Modman again.
Yes, Modman is one of them.
He's not actually said hello to Mikey and me. You're the one who's hosting. Thanks, Jim. Love you too.
He doesn't like us.
No one likes us. We don't care.
We're big and ugly enough to deal with it.
Oh, well, I'm not anymore. Ugly enough, but I'm not big enough anymore.
No, you're small and ugly enough.
Oh, no. You're wrong.
No offense, dude.
Hey, if there's fence taken, I'd hit you with it.
I need to put all the internal controls in as well.
He also says, "Good morning, chef."
I still keep thinking of chocolate salty, the song "Chocolate Salty Balls" when I hear him say that.
Yeah, I know. I had it in my head after you said it yesterday.
Right.
Ivan says, "Good morning, Jim," and "Good morning, hosts." Good morning, Ivan.
Morning, Ivan.
And he says, "Be right back in 10 minutes. Going to get some coffee."
Oh,
Sure. Me and the wife were watching the original Star Trek last night, and
all right.
when you said "Good morning, Jim," I thought, "Frankly, fuck." Good morning, Jim.
Steve's in. He says, "Hello, everyone."
Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Jim says, "Good morning, Steve." Julian's in. He says, "Morning, all. Just noticed this was on."
Morning, Julian.
Morning.
Morning. And Ivan says he's back.
Yep.
Jim says, "Hello, Julian." Ivan says, "Hello, Stuart." Stuart? I don't think he's here yet.
No. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, not Stuart yet.
Oh.
He's jumping ahead.
Ah.
Julian says, "Hi, Jim." Ivan says, "Hi, Julian." Julian says, "Hi, Ivan." He also says, "Like the stream, optimist as usual." Jim says, "Perhaps Steph needs more tea."
More tea, Vicar. Feed him up with tea.
Oh, he's already got one. Julian says, "Morning, hostages." Oh, no, hang on. Hosts, not hostages.
Very good.
Waitrose Gary's in. He says, "Morning, all."
Hello, Waitrose Gary.
And Jim says, "Much thanks to all three of our hosts, Tiffany, Steph, and last but not least, our bearded veteran."
Why, thank you, Jim.
Frank Holder's in. He says, "Howdy, all."
Howdy, Frank.
Hi.
Frank.
Jim says, "Gary stuff. Good morning, Gary." And Jim says, "Good morning, Frank." Ivan says, "Good morning, Gary, mate." Julian says, "Morning, Gary. Replied to you on Facebook." And Ivan says, "Hi, Frank." Am I caught up? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can try and find like a metallic purple to paint this car.
Yeah, that's nicely.
I'd love it.
I know for later.
Go.
Did he?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going shopping tomorrow, so I might have a look in. There's a boys do Vallejo paints, so I might have a look in there. They do Humbrol and I believe some Tamiya, but not much.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if any of you have not yet subbed to
I'm wet.
Dark Side's page yet, please do, because we need to get her up so we can do live streaming on her channel. So sub to that young lady, please.
I'll put the link in.
Otherwise, Steff will continue to shout at you.
Yes. I will keep shouting at you like a very grumpy old man.
Like he's in a library.
Yes, I'm going to start on my computer.
I'm amazed you're old enough to remember that, Tiff.
What?
That sketch show, was it Trigger Happy TV? Where you used to have that giant phone and be stood there, hello, I'm in a library.
Oh, yeah, Phil, Mr. Jolly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What?
No, I'm just being naughty.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
So I don't mind, mate. I'm just being naughty. Just have a bit of
Oh.
tea.
Sorry, Mikey, we don't mind.
The cat's come to say hello.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
nice black pussy.
Oh dear.
What do you want? Go on. Go lie down.
Willow.
Your black pussy wants a good rub.
Come here.
Oh dear. Hello, Willow. You helping?
There she is.
Willow.
She's been a nuisance, hasn't you? Go on. She likes to go absolute bat poop crazy after she's had her food.
She's a cat. She's supposed to.
Yeah. Either that or when it's bedtime, when it's like time for me to go to bed.
Yeah.
The other night, I think I went to bed at about 11 o'clock and she kept me awake until 4 o'clock in the morning. Just running around. And now she's found our woolen ball with a little bell inside it.
She's found another ball.
It's not normally balls, it's normally bobbles.
Ah.
This ball I actually bought her.
Ah.
I bought her when speaking of, she's just kicked it right to us. Go on.
She's going, pay me attention.
Oh, normally she's asleep right next to me on the beanbag, but she doesn't want to do that today.
That's because Mummy is doing something a lot more interesting.
Yeah. So she's only like a year-ish old. Was called Princess Puddles before I got her.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I know. But I think Willow suits her a lot more.
Yeah. Princess Puddles just sounds weird.
You know. Right, let's get through these comments. Gary says, thanks, Julian, and thanks. I downloaded the software. Planning, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Atlia. Planning Atlia Evans at the bottom of the garden. Ooh. Frank says, my Trumpeter 1/16 Tiger 2 arrived this morning and the wife is still angry at me dropping 300 quid on it. Need to make it up to her somehow, lol.
I've seen a 1/16 Tiger and it's big. Very cool though.
It's a lot of money to drop on a model as well.
Yeah.
And
Depends if you can afford it though, doesn't it?
very true.
I mean, it's only a lot to us because we don't have a lot of money.
So I've dropped the new channel and that. And Gary Stuff has he's done it. He's subbed. And thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary.
Julian says, Modman, what about painting it silver then using a contrast purple paint like Citadel Luxium Purple? Ooh.
That would look nice. It'd make the purple look really bright as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I've done something similar. I'm doing him at the moment.
Let's have a look.
Now, if I zoom in on his
Crotch.
PCE connector, which is that green thing there. Come on.
Put your hand behind it. There we go.
There you go. That thing there. That was silver and then clear green.
That is very cool.
Lovely. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Paint it silver first, then do the purple ink over the top. So if you get purple ink from Hobbycraft or somewhere like that, or a stationer's, get Winsor & Newton inks.
I have some of those.
Have a look if they've got a really nice purple in there that you like, because they are not they're see-through.
Yeah.
They're opaque, not opaque.
Transparent.
That's the one. They're transparent rather than opaque inks. So yeah, do something like that so the silver shows through from behind.
Yeah. I might do it like a darker silver, not like a bright silver, just because I quite like, obviously, a darker side of stuff.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll show you something.
Yeah, let's finish going through the comments. Ivan says, "'Tis good to see a bit of carpentry going on this morning, Mikey."
Yeah, I think carpentry's taking a bit of a liberty like, but so thank you. Yeah, I always include some form of woodwork in it in my dioramas and models.
Yeah, it's something like that I'd like to do.
Yeah, there you go. That's Alclad Chrome with Alclad Candy Electric Blue over the top.
Ooh.
And I've done Candy Apple Red as well.
I remember seeing the red.
Yeah.
Before.
That's the fresh one. And I'm just waiting for it to bloody... Oh my God, it's dry. Yes! It's only taken 3 days.
Yeah. See, it's going to be different for me because you guys both have airbrushes. I don't. I'm going to be brush painting this whole thing.
You can. I got an airbrush kit for 30 quid.
Did that include the compressor?
No, you just need to get the compressor then.
Yeah, that's the expensive thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this month, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Having to pay for the car and that to get fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Julian said, Steff, that sounded more like Davros than a grumpy old man. Lol. I don't even think I could read this one out.
No, you can, because it's what you were doing. You were stroking a nice pussy.
That is true. She's on top of the door again.
And if anybody takes offence to that, they have got their minds in the gutter.
And they're in the wrong channel.
No, I think most of us on this channel have got our minds in the gutter.
That's because pretty much everyone except for Modman are blokes.
Yeah, but I have a filthy mind too. It's just as bad as the blokes.
Oh, well, yeah,
that's true. I have seen.
Sorry, mate. There are women I know that have got filthier minds than us.
Oh, balls!
There you go.
No, I've just broke the pointy bit on me Mirage. Oh well.
The pointy bit? You mean the nose?
Yes.
Pico tube.
It's a pointy bit to me because it's pointy. Oh, I found it. Oh, right.
Lucky the
Well,
cat didn't eat it.
it's so small. I don't think she would. She's not bothered unless it's food.
Not like a dog then that'll just snaffle anything.
Yeah. She's good like that. She only goes after food.
I like that angle.
Oh, me lace dress, little cow.
Oops.
I've got one of my dresses on the radio and she's trying to chew it. Gary says she's a beautiful cat. She is indeed. First starting to grow through nicely as well after our operation.
Nice. She recovering all right?
Yeah. Oh, she was. As soon as I let her out at my mum's, out of the cat carrier, she was rolling around on the floor, like she hadn't just been in to get spayed. Just acting like her normal self.
Bless.
Kieran's in. He says, "Morning, all."
Morning, Kieran.
Morning, Kieran.
Morning. Ivan says, "God, how the hell did that cat cough that up?" He's talking about the ball. He also says, "Good morning, Kieran." And Kieran says, "Hi, Ivan." And Jim says, "Just posted a couple of pics of my friend's new pet house cat in Discord. I'll have a pic of those later." Jim says, "Frank, my thought is if you're going to spend on a model, go big. If it's going to pay off the wife, then make it a £300 purchase."
I like you saying.
Yeah. Frank says, "For sure, Jim." Julian says, "I was once accused of my mind being in the gutter. I replied, 'How very dare you? It's taken ages to get up here. It's normally in the sewers.'"
Oh, nice retail. I'm liking that one.
Jim says, "Hey there, Kieran." And Mr. Marley is in.
Hey.
He says,
Hello,
"Greetings and salutations."
Greetings, our Australian correspondent.
Now, is it that Mr. Marley or is it the better looking Marley?
It's that Mr. Marley.
It could be the better looking Marley. We just don't know.
It could be, but he normally comes up with his personal account, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's very true.
And I don't think Mr. Marley lets him have access to that.
You make me sound like a control freak.
Kieran says, "Morning, Jim." And Julian says, "Morning, Kieran." Kieran says, "Morning, Mr. Marley." And morning, Julian. And Jim says, "Greetings and salutations to you, Mr. Marley. Huzzah."
Parcel, hang on.
Another one.
It's been spending more money.
Every stream there's a parcel.
It's for the neighbours. We sort of act like the neighbours' post office.
I know that feeling.
I don't have that problem because the post office is literally beneath me.
Boy, it's not good enough for you, or
That's what I was about to say, mate.
No,
it's too long.
it's literally down the stairs. Well, down the stairs and round the corner.
And round the twist.
Through the door.
It's a good thing about living in a little shopping area. It's literally called it's called the shopping centre. Got the hairdressers, the news agents that has the post office in. We've got a pizza shop. We've got a spa. Not like the shop spa. We actually have a spa.
Yeah.
Well, a wellness place. And we've got a taxi rank.
Cool.
And then there are 4 flats.
What was the last one?
Taxi rank.
All right.
A rank taxi.
Yeah, poor guy got his windscreen and his back window smashed in the other week.
Sounds like a lovely place to live.
Oh, the kids can be little assholes.
Can't all kids.
Weren't we all?
No.
Yeah, right.
No, I wasn't. I spent most of my time studying. I didn't like people, so I didn't go outside very much.
Neither did I. I was
Especially where I lived. I witnessed my first attempted murder at like 10 years old.
Good hell.
Some guy, I sat doing my homework at my desk, which was under my bedroom window. And as I looked up out the window, I saw some guy come running up the street. Next minute, there's a guy on top of him, bloody stoving his head in with a scaffold pole.
Oh.
Then a few months later, one of my best friends found she got home from school, and the police had cordoned off her street. And when she looked, they cordoned it off because they found her stepdad murdered underneath her car.
Oh, marvellous.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, a fellow I knew who he found out his wife was cheating on him, so he went round to the bloke's house and stuck an axe in the guy's head. Unfortunately, the guy had gone out with his wife for the evening and left a young lad that they knew, babysitting for him. Oh. So he'd actually sunk it into the wrong person's head. Luckily, the guy survived. And then outside the school, when I was a teenager, there was someone decided to run someone over and then went to reverse back over him. But luckily, there's someone in a 4x4 behind them, and they slowly drove over the person, put their brakes on, so that the car couldn't push him out the way and run back over the person.
You live in a really nice place.
Yeah. It's calmed down a lot now, though. Now it's just kids climbing on roofs occasionally and climbing on Tesco's lorries and things.
Hey, at least they're not turning your electrics off by the mains.
Well, no. The kids aren't that stupid around here.
Still waiting for them to fix that.
I just read what Ivan said.
And I phoned them Friday, and they said, "Oh, we're still waiting to source parts."
It's not good.
And then I actually looked online myself, and you can get one for 40 quid.
Yeah. Why don't you offer to buy them the parts and they give you the money back?
Oh, I've cancelled the repair. I'm going to buy it myself and fit it myself.
Electrify the box.
I'm going to put a padlock on it as well. I found a
put a Faraday cage around the outside and electrify it.
Well, the one that's on there is metal.
Yeah.
And I found a metal one to replace it.
Yeah.
Oh, cannot get the lid off that. I'm going to go and soak that in hot water. In fact, I'm just going to fill a mug with hot water. I'll be right back. Get off that box, you.
I'm not on a box.
I was talking to the cat. I'd be wondering why you were on a box if I was telling you to get off one.
I'm on the box.
Why is it women always feel the need to talk to their pussies?
Oh dear. It's a good job Lisa doesn't watch this, isn't it, Steff? Well, she actually started watching them now.
She always does.
Oh,
she watches them at work and she has the captions on.
Yeah. So God help you then, Steff.
I know, she knows what I'm like. And I've got to say, thank God I have such an awesomely amazing wife.
That's it, Steff. You kiss up to her.
Oh, God, yes.
Ooh, I like it. I like that a lot. Look at the seats. The seats cool.
Nice.
Little bench seat in there.
That looks really good, mate.
Yeah. Quite pleased with that. So, and the good thing is, because it's got a lip, I won't have to worry about painting the panels underneath.
Right.
What her modders?
I
said, what her modders? Don't worry, I didn't call you a hoe. I said, what hoe?
I've grabbed myself a mug of hot water because I found that soaking the lid in hot water of a lid of a Tamiya bowl helps.
I found just squeezing it a little bit with the pliers or something breaks the paint.
Yeah. Both ways help.
Yeah. Of course, I don't use Tamiya bottles very often.
It's the majority of what I've got. I don't want to use my Citadel paints.
Yeah.
I've got those.
Most of the paints I've got are in dropper bottles. So it's not really enough. So when in the dropper bottles, you can literally just, if they do dry, you can just squeeze it and it breaks the paint inside.
Yeah. I have been tempted to put them into dropper bottles. Like all the Tamiya ones.
Yeah.
It's probably been much easier to be fair. No, you can't have that.
It's a very nice coffee. get some more of this black super glue. I love it. It's great for using on wood. The good thing is, if it smears, it smears that thin that you don't really. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it before paint, so you can just paint over it.
Right. Go through the rest of the comments. Got some more. There we go. Ivan says, hi, Mr. Smiley. Duke's in. He says, good day, all you beautiful people.
Morning, Duke.
John says, good day, Duke. Duke says, hope you all had a wonderful 20 hours since I last chatted.
It's very quiet without you.
Yeah. Was it when he missed one of the streams the other day, didn't he? I think, was it Fridays?
Yeah, and he missed Sharp as well, didn't he?
Yeah. It was weird not seeing him in the chat.
Yeah. We get used to our little community, don't we?
Yeah.
It's a lovely little community.
Yeah, it's always quite nice having your regulars.
Yes.
Julian says, taxis remind me of visiting my late mum in the care home once. One taxi driver broke physics. I could see him, but physics says light can't escape anything that dense. Lol.
Sounds like my ex's dad.
Sounds like my ex. Ivan says, Welsh nationalists do some crazy stuff to get us English out of Wales.
That's what I was laughing at. Yeah, 'cause you do, even now, we do still, when you're walking around, you'll occasionally see the yes sticker been put on lampposts and stuff. Even though people get arrested for putting them on there because it's littering. And it's criminal damage.
Mm. You get yes stickers, we get different kinds of stickers posted through your door that you can make, that has a QR code where you can place orders.
Well, the yes sticker is for the Yes Cymru, which is Welsh independence thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Scotland aren't getting independence. You think Wales is?
You'd be surprised. Wales are doing it by the back door because they've been Labour for 27 years, haven't they?
Mm. Suppose. But anyway, Jim says, sounds like Wales could be a dangerous place, Mr. Connolly.
It can be if you go to the wrong bits. If you don't know the area.
Julian says, morning, afternoon, or evening, Duke. And Jim says, a happy Tuesday evening to you, Duke. And Duke says, going off to work in half an hour.
Cool.
And Jim says, Duke, you are a night shift worker? My best friend's father was a night watchman for close to 30 years.
Ooh.
Yes, Duke watches people sleep.
Yes, there's not many jobs now where you can do it for 30 years, is there?
No.
Especially with the 0 contracts and things. Worst thing they ever brought in employment.
Mm-hmm.
I got taken on after because I worked over the Christmas period in a well-known toy shop that's coming back to the UK soon, and got took on after Christmas, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're taking you on." I was like, "Oh great," and they went, "Yeah, it's a 0-hour contract." And I went, "Oh, okay." And then they didn't give me any work for like 3 weeks, and then ran me up when I was on halfway to Manchester, saying, "Why are you not in work? You drew in an hour ago." And I said, "Because you didn't tell me I had any work." And I went, "Well, you should have checked." And I went, "But you've not given me any work for 3 weeks. Why would I check?" I said, and they said, "Well, you need to come in." And I went, "I'm halfway to Manchester. Piss off and shove your job up your ass."
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, with 0-hour, you can turn it down if you want to.
Yeah.
That's one of the good things about it.
Yeah.
Right. Ivan says, "Good day, Duke Cobber." And Scott's Models is in. He says, "Good evening."
Hello, Scott.
Hey, Mr. Shuri.
Jim says, "When trying to open a bottle of paint, pliers works for me. Relieves my arthritic hands of the task."
Yeah.
I'll have to see where my pliers are.
Mole grips as well.
Yeah, mold grips, plumber's pliers, anything like that.
Because mole grips have got the curved bit in the middle, haven't they? Grips.
Right.
So it's not as light to slip off.
Plumbers.
Yeah.
I see. I have a set like that. They just don't open that wide.
Yeah.
So hot water will do the trick for me for now.
Yeah.
I do need to top up my toolbox.
Oops. Yeah. Well, luckily for me, we have a tool shop, about 500 meters from my house, down the road, and it is my favorite shop ever. Every time I walk in there going for one thing, and I come out with loads different tools and things. Because everything's like you can get like a pack of spanners for like £4 and things.
It's not bad.
So whilst they're not much use for stuff like working in a garage full time, they're great for model making tools.
So I get a lot of, sounds daft, but I get a lot of my tools from Poundland.
Yeah, but it makes sense. There's no point spending lots of money on expensive tools to do model making.
I know these are like my everyday house tools.
Yeah.
Pliers. I got a saw. I got a hammer. Got a spirit level. All from the pound shop. Decent stuff.
Yeah. Not wrong with it.
No.
It does what you need. That's all that matters.
Duke says, "Yes, Jim, I am a sleep technician. I help people with CPAP masks work out what their best pressure is and make sure that people's leads stay on during the night for diagnostic tests."
I thought you just knocked them out with a mallet.
Yeah. And he also says, "Good day, Ivan." Jim says, "Duke, I know some people that are CPAP users. Hope it never happens to me."
See, it's not as easy to read out as you think, is it?
No. And Jim also says, "Always fun to be amongst the usual suspects."
Yeah. Because we're bloody lovely.
Especially this one.
Yeah. Duke says, "I'm on CPAP myself, Jim. It's not as bad as you think. I don't snore anymore and can wake up without feeling like I'm in a fog." Gary says, "Bag rubber, you can do 30 years for that."
Norman Stanley Fletcher.
I've just realised I've got two chassis in this kit.
Oh.
So I'm thinking of cutting there, a cut and shut, cut there, and then extend it.
Ooh,
Yeah, make it into a stretch.
Yeah.
cool.
Right then. Let's mark it off. How do we do that? Bit of Dymo tape.
Oh, hey.
Ivan says, hi, Scott. And Jim says, good evening, Scott's models. Julian says, reference watching people sleep for 30 years. You probably can't legally. I think it's called stalking.
Yeah, it's called Airbnb.
Yeah. I've seen some horror stories.
Yeah.
And Julian also says, evening, Scott.
It's led to people like spending an hour every time they walk into a hotel room checking it for devices and everything now, isn't it?
Yeah. First place people normally go to is the mirror in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or if there's one in the main room.
Yeah.
My head went straight to the beat then. Mirror in the bathroom, place top right. The door is locked, just you and me. Can I take you to a restaurant? Sorry. Stop there because we'll get done, even though my singing voice is crap.
I think you can get away with about 15 seconds
Yeah.
before it's struck, before you get struck.
Yeah.
But shh, don't tell John that.
No. God almighty, will never shut him up. It just changed song every 15 seconds.
My screen just went black then.
Oh,
dear.
is your internet dropping out? Are you having problems with your internet, Modman?
No, it wasn't my internet. It was my whole PC screen, but TV screen just went black. I might have a loose HDMI cable. I've got tons of cables under my desk that just.
You got a Kentucky Fried Cat hanging off the back of the cable.
No, the cat.
Can you smell burning fur?
I think she's on the top of our cat tree. She's fine. She's asleep. That's just because I haven't put the beanbag on the gaming chair that sat next to us. That's where she normally sleeps, is on the beanbag.
Yeah.
With a blanket on it. I think it's sat at the end of my bed still. Right.
You all right, Steph?
Yep.
Would it make it easier to hold down if you put some blue tack under the sides? So it sticks to the desk a bit more?
No, I'm just working out whether I've got the right bit. Yes, I have.
I was thinking instead of it sliding whilst you're trying to cut into it.
Yeah. A bit that's going on the back.
Get halfway through and realise you cut the wrong end off.
Yeah. No, what it is, I'm cutting in exactly the same position on both of them.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at it going, okay, which one am I going to have as a front? Which one am I having as a back?
Perfect.
Duke says, Julian, I like to watch.
Duke.
Yeah. He also says, catch you later, Steph, Mikey, Tiff, Jim, Julian, John, Ivan, Gary, Kieran, and Frank. I will watch the catch up at work later.
Later, Duke.
Okay. Take care, buddy.
Later, Duke.
Thanks for turning up. Sorry about the squealing.
Julian says, Duke, happily you'd need the Hubble telescope to watch me, and therapy even if you wanted to. And Jim says, it's not the CPAP itself I dread, Duke. The people I know that use CPAP are overweight and out of shape. That's what I want to avoid. With your 40-odd mile bike rides, I think you're pretty good.
Yeah. Don't think you need to worry about being out of shape.
No, not at all. Kieran says, see you, Duke. And Ivan says, take care, mate.
Well, as far as the CPAP machine is concerned, there's nothing to say you won't get a chest infection one day and it'll bugger your lungs up.
Yeah.
Especially as you get older and your immune system gets weaker.
I know I'll need one in the future. That's just how it is. It's just the way it is.
I probably need one now. Where's my Mark 1 twatting stick? Try too quick. Never mind. What to do? Yeah, quite like that. What's up, modders?
It's telling me that XF84 is rust. But it's not. It's actually dark iron.
Yeah.
It's not like I know I have rust. Jeez.
Oops, lady.
I have to do. I do. Birds Vallejo. That'll do.
Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Oh. Do. Actually, I should be able to put the internals in. With that.
Dig down.
Yeah, stick your finger to it. The other good thing I like about this black glue as well is once it's dried, you can just slice it off with a knife if it's got any excess.
Oh, what, the tyre glue?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant stuff.
I love it. I'm going to have to get some more of it.
The only issue I have is it takes so bloody long to dry.
Yeah, if you use it straight, it's not bad.
It's about 40-45 seconds to dry.
Yeah.
But
you're really impatient.
yeah, the way you do that is you mix it with quick setting super glue.
Yeah.
And then it takes probably about 20 seconds to go off.
Yeah.
Which means you get a quicker bond.
Yeah. Well, because it's doing it on wood, it dries a bit quicker anyway because it soaks into the wood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Super glue always dries quicker on wood.
Yeah. Ooh, got some big comments coming up.
Yes.
No little short comments today.
Yeah, it's only Jim. We'll be fine.
Oh, poor Jim.
Have you noticed that he will always leave it till the very end to ask a question?
Because he doesn't want us to go. He loves us too much.
Bless him.
He's a very nice guy.
He seems it.
Yeah.
I haven't actually met him yet. I've only spoken
Have you
to
not?
him. No.
You'll have to come on to one of our Monday shows, Steph. You
Well,
missed
I was
it
invited
yesterday.
to come on yesterday, but I told Mikey remind me, and he never reminded me, and I forgot.
I forgot to remind you, and then I was in Lidl after the show, after I'd been to the doctor's after the show, and I went, shit, I was meant to let Steph know. And came out, what?
Nah, don't worry about it. Shit happens.
Well, we're on every Monday from 2 p.m.
Duke says, Julian, I have watched some interesting people. I don't think that you could scare me. Off the gym, I have had tons of people who are skinny as a scun rabbit that needs CPAP.
Skin rabbit.
It says scun. So I'm just reading what it's.
Yeah.
Jim says, yes, Tiff, many years back I was near 250 pounds plus. I'm guessing that says. My doc told me of the risks I was taking living at that weight, got active and measured carefully what I eat and drink.
Yeah, 250 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
That's bigger than me, 250 pounds.
trying to think of what it is in stone.
I'll look.
I could just ask Google.
£14 is a stone.
Ask Google. Okay, Google. What is £250 in stones?
17.85.
Yeah. What is she eating? Give us a second.
Actually, £215 is actually a lot less than what I. Kilos, on the other hand, if you meant that. Yeah, it wouldn't have been kilos. That's nearly 40 stone.
Yeah. Well, I'm more than 17 stone.
Yeah. Ooh, where's my camera now?
Right. Julian says, Jim, the fitness issue is why I avoid electric wheelchairs. A friend's parents bought her one for her birthday once. She died 2 years later of a heart attack. Not enough exercise and her weight rocketed. And Jim says, fair enough, Duke. I understand. Not looking down my nose at anyone. I find it easier to stay closer to good health at a reasonable weight with regular exercise and proper food intake.
Or you could do what I did to lose weight.
Stop eating so much?
Nope, I got diabetes.
Oh, yeah. That's what's helped me.
Not the ideal way to lose weight. Not recommended.
No. I'm going to create a channel for, because there's quite a few yous in my chat Discord that have cats. So I'm going to create a channel called Cat's Corner for you. You can get updates on your cats. And I don't have to sit there scrolling through pictures of cats.
Yeah, right. I've got an incoming call. I'll be 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I might call it Pet's Corner, actually.
Why not?
Let's be
not being doggist or rabbitist.
Yeah. Go. So now why is that not in the text channel? There you go. There you go. So those are on my Discord. If you look in the text channels now, there's now a channel called Pet's Corner, where you can post all the pictures you want of cats and dogs and whatever other beasties you've got.
Whatever other timorous wee beasties.
Yes. And Steff can post pictures of Sonic. Yeah. I like to cater for my audience. Oh, I've decided I'm actually going to use Milliput for the first time as well on my dragon base.
Cool.
I can't wait. I've got some sculpting tools to actually do it properly.
Nice.
I've had it for ages. I've just never used it. I need to turn around. There you go. I'm half off the screen all the time. Have you seen that comment Ivan's just put up?
I'm just going to go through the comments quickly while Our dear host is busy, so where are we? Oh,
Go for it.
walks, Lordy.
I'll mute Sec whilst I'm standing.
Julian says, Soz, got a wee bit dark all of a sudden. As you were, folks. No, not wrong with getting dark. Getting dark is good, Julian. Especially being ex-military. Far sense of humour, so we get it. Scott's model says, what are we all building? If you have a look in the description, there's a quick idea of what the three of us are building, and I'm sure everybody else in the chat will let you know. Jim says, Scott's models, pardon me, I misplaced apostrophe. Funny, we were just talking about the apostrophe sometime last week. Julian says, note to self, leave all questions right to the end of the stream. Then we're just going to ignore them. Steve's Gaming, sorry guys and girls, I have to go now. Thanks for the stream. Awesome as always. See you next time. If OpenReach don't botch my net upgrade. Cool. Take care, Steve. Julian says, Jim, I think the apostrophe was my fault. I spell it phonetically. Lol. Later, Steve. Julian. Jim says, take Steve, be seeing you. Well, I think that should probably be take. There we go. Yeah, take care, Steve. Sorry, mate. Ivan says, TC Steve. Julian says, the weight training reminds me of hospital back in 1992. The nurses started building a gantry over the next bed and told me it was for another patient, as the hoist only took 25 stones. Ouch. Jim says, thank you, Mikey. I can now post pics of my dog. Yay.
You certainly can.
Ivan says, can you post pics of crabs, Mikey? Very funny. Jim says, assuming you mean crustaceans, Ivan. Innocent look. Oh, here we go. Jim also got a question. Seeing I am working on both a Tiger One and a Tomcat, where should I post pics of them?
In the showroom.
I do apologise.
That's all right. We're caught up on the chat.
Awesome. Doctors have a habit of not doing things when they're supposed to.
Oh, yes.
They weren't supposed to call me until 3 o'clock. And that's who was on the phone.
Yeah, it's frustrating when they say, well, we're only going to call you twice and we'll call you at this time. If you don't answer, then and you're there waiting at that time and they don't call you.
Yeah. Discussing blood test results of a blood test I had a month ago. See, I already knew the results because I looked on the app. He talks back to me. Right.
There we go. One cut and shut.
Thanks.
Excellent. Use that one.
I think when I go shopping, I'm going to have a look, see if I can find some nice fabric. So instead of doing, because obviously the Munsters car has like a fabric thing. Obviously, it's in plastic on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can actually build it with the fabric instead of thingy, because I'll have to make it longer to go over the back.
Yeah.
With it having the extra seats on.
Like that idea.
What is...
Eight. Cool. Yeah, so in answer to who was it before that was asking what we're making? Scott, wasn't it?
Yeah, Scott's models.
So basically what we're doing is we're using Ford ICM Ford Model Ts in 124 scale.
Mine's not a Model T.
And it's not in 124.
Mine is a Type AG 1910 London Taxi in 135th.
There we go. But we're using them and kit bashing and scratch building to make them into something different, which is fun.
Yeah.
Well, fun for us anyway. Whether it's fun for you guys to watch, I don't know. We hope it's fun for you guys to watch. Actually, He's good at these jokes, is our Ivan.
Ivan says, I'm guessing that's supposed to be welcome back. Modders, sausage.
Yeah, we modest sausage.
Yeah. Jim says, very good, Steph. Looks like a stretch limousine.
Thank you, buddy.
What are you going to do for the body now that you've stretched it, Steph?
The original body will go on the back.
Yeah.
And then this front section, the curve will go down there. So
Yeah.
I'm going to replace the curve. So that template was a bit shit. It's too small. So I'll have to redo that into there. But either side, I'm going to be putting a couple of ladders on because it's going to be sitting quite high.
Yeah, so like truck ladders sort of thing.
Yeah. I'll scratch build 2 sets of ladders coming out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that would work for that bit, yeah.
Mm.
I like it.
Thank you. Now I've just got to find a curve that goes in there.
You could always just put a flat in there and put some milliput on it and shape it.
Yeah, it's too much like hard work.
Julian says, don't talk to me about doctors. I rang the hospital who told me to ring my GP. I rang my GP who will write to the hospital department who said to call them. The word farce springs to mind.
There's so much idiocracy in doctors at the moment. I'm part of what they call a PPG, which is the patient participation group for my local doctors. And we're just ripping them apart. There's a new telephone system coming in, so it's already been trialed in other ones. So rather than having to phone up in the morning, what you can do is you log on to a web page and you put all your details in, and then what they do is they triage it, everyone. They rank it through worst cases. So whoever's got the worst case gets the first phone call.
Yeah.
And then do it backwards like that. Which, to be honest with you, I like that. That is going to be so much better. Sometimes.
That was the girliest sneeze ever.
Yeah. Jim says, Julian, yes, indeed, Julian. What government and the medical industry do without bureaucracy and paper shuffling? Julian says, I can't see this going well, Jim, as they both disappear in ever-decreasing circles up their own backsides. So no change there then.
That's called a Philly Lou bird. Philly Lou bird is a bird that goes around in ever-decreasing circles, slowly disappearing up its own arse.
Yeah. Ivan says, I knew a armature wizard who turned his missus into an armchair but couldn't turn her back again, so he took her to the doctors, who said, call me later, I'll see what I can do. So phoned later and the doctor said she was comfortable. Lol.
Yay.
I've heard worse, but I've also heard better. And Julian says, do live streams have a stun setting? Looks at Ivan. And Ivan says, well, I have to go and do the insulin jab. Thanks all for a great morning, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Take care, Ivan.
Bye, Ivan. And before he goes, he says, lol, Julian. Well, we're an hour and a half in already.
Bloody hell.
I really wish the companies that made tongue depressors would learn how to cut the bloody wood straight. Every single one of them's got a bloody bow in it, sideways.
They're not really bothered about cutting them straight when it's normally only doctors who use them.
But it should be. Quality control. Have a bit of pride in your work. You could make someone get a splinter in their tongue or anything.
Julian says, my GP has invested in a new phone system due to increased call volume, Steff. So they bought an answering machine then, which they will ignore until the tape's full.
Yep.
See, mine says you can go online. They've got a website. that you can use to book your appointment for a certain time, just whenever you need it. I've been on there to book an appointment, and it's bloody. I can't get an appointment until next year now.
Jesus.
It's ridiculous. And then I use the NHS app to try and book appointment for the next day. No appointments. And then you ring up at 8 o'clock. By the time you get through at like 9:10, there's new appointments. It's great.
And yet my wife can ring up, and she rang up yesterday morning at 8 o'clock, and she was in there for 9:10. Mad. But we have got 3 doctor's surgeries in our little town.
We've got 3.
Yeah.
It's the same company. They have 3 locations. They used to have 4, but the one in the next village over closed.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are quite big surgeries.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough doctors. It's like the dentist is closed down, and they're not taking the nearest one isn't taking NHS patients.
Yeah, none of them in North Wales are taking NHS patients anymore.
Nah, and I need a tooth pulling like very badly, and I can't even get an emergency appointment anywhere.
Yeah. Well, we had an NHS dentist, and they sent us a letter saying, "I've decided I'm no longer going to be treating NHS patients, but I'd like to invite you to join my private scheme, where you can pay £7 a month to have a checkup once a year." Like, no, it's all right.
I mean,
it's not a lot, but when there's 2 of you, that's £14 a month. That's about £160 a year, just for him to go, yeah, you need to spend a couple £100 on fillings or whatever.
Yeah.
The fillings you need £100.
I think there's one around me that does like payment plans for treatments and stuff, so I might have a look at that one.
Yeah.
Jim says, "See you another time, chef." And he also says, "I wish I could use the Vulcan pin. Would come in handy to shut people up." Gillian says, "At work years ago, our phone system was called Aspect. I asked Ari annoying customers, does Aspect have a stun setting? How satisfying would it be to press a button and hear a thud? Lol."
That would be pretty cool. Oops,
Mr. Marley says, "Yeah, Julian, I'd call people just to hit the button, I'm guessing." Oh, yeah,
I'd call people just to hit the button.
He says, "Hit the smite button." Julian says, "Lol." Graham's in. He says, "Good afternoon, everyone."
Hello, Graham.
Graham?
Good afternoon. Julian says, "You can only get a same-day call back from my GP if you call between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. On hold, you're told your call is very important to us. How important is 17 in the queue?" That's nothing. Like my doctor's opens up at 8:30. I said that very poshly. 8:30. And I rang once at 8:30, and I was 46 in the queue.
So we're quite a small town. So the fact that we've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, I think 12, 13 doctors plus nursing staff and things like that, they don't really have too much of an issue.
Well, between the 3 sites, we got 6 doctors and about the same amount of nurses.
Wow. Because we've got a local hospital as well, like cottage hospital sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that they've got their own surgery in there, which has got 3 or 4 doctors in. Then obviously they got the doctors that work in the hospital, and they got the minor injuries unit in there and things like that.
If I want to get to like the closest walking like thing, I've got to travel an hour and a half on a bus.
It's not really walking then, is it? It's a bus it and hope you can get in.
Yeah.
Hour and a half on the bus and then a 20-minute walk to the bloody centre.
See, that's why it's a good idea to pass your driving test.
After all the issues that Sonic's been having with his car, I don't think so. I'd rather, for now, spend £2 on a bus and go anywhere.
You.
Because all fares at the moment on a Riva are £2.
Ooh.
Which is quite good.
Yeah. Not half bad.
Graham says, most dentists near me have stopped at NHS patients, which is annoying as they built up their business with NHS. Yeah. Yeah. Jim says, good morning, Graham. And Julian says, afternoon, Graham. Julian says, ouchie, 46. How many lines do they have? One? Well, no, there's one in each surgery. So
See,
3.
that's the problem. Because on ours, we've got one line. We've got a line for each medical secretary. So each doctor's secretary has their own line, booking line.
Yeah, we just ring one number and then it just goes to whoever picks up.
Yeah.
Graham says, don't worry, Mikey. I now know which Discord buttons not to press.
Excellent.
And he also says, hello, Julian and Jim. Right, let's get this put together. Let's have a look.
So, centralizing. Eight. Cool. So we now have the shape of the tail marked out. Yep. Very quiet today, you two.
Normally, I'm quite quiet when I'm building and painting.
Ah, but that's because you're building on your own normally.
I know.
Oh my God!
What?
The sun's out.
Lucky.
I haven't seen it for 4 days.
You lucky bastard. Well, I wouldn't give chaff the sun on my face. They only opened the curtains yesterday. What?
It's still peeing it down here.
That's not good.
At least it's sorted the drain, so outside hasn't flooded yet.
Well, yeah, that's always a good thing. Okay. Beautiful.
It's bad when it floods though, because we've got like a big green cupboard in the car park outside with the electrics in. So when it floods, that floods.
Marvelous.
So the whole floor gets electrified. That sounds brilliant fun.
That and the whole shopping complex just loses power until they fix it.
You just see little kids coming out from school and just going and collapse to the floor.
Mum, I didn't want an afro.
The local kids won't be going to school because someone set it on fire the other day.
Bloody hell.
Yep. Yeah.
What a lovely place to live.
And they were in the middle of like renovating it and that, so that it was closed. It's been closed for quite a while, but apparently they were in the middle of renovating it to open it back up.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just the primary school that doesn't just do the villages, because it's like 4 where I live. Coming to one big one. It doesn't just do those 4 villages. It does a couple of villages outside of the area as well. So they had like 2 different sites. One of them closed. The one at the top of the hill closed down. Like say they're in the middle of redoing it, and it went up in flames. So
Allegedly. Well, no, it went up in flames. Oh, it was an accident. Of course it was.
There's nothing to do with insurance whatsoever.
I heard the sirens. I just didn't know what was going on until I looked on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, two streets away from us is the main road to go from the town down to the coast road.
Mm.
So we quite often hear the fire engines and the police going down. Because where we are, there's a main junction with a tight bend at the bottom, just as you get onto the coast road. So they have to put the sirens on because the traffic can't see the fire engines coming because they're obviously round the corner.
Yeah. Well, the like where the engines and that are kept up at Sonic's is literally at the end of his road.
See, that'd be cool because you'd get some really cool photos as they're coming out.
Yeah. So they have to travel down his street.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, it doesn't happen very often. Because that would be a nightmare.
Oh, I imagine it'd be rather annoying, yeah.
I've seen them roll out a few times without their sirens on.
Yeah. It depends on the time of day and the traffic conditions.
Mm.
And it also depends what sort of call they're going to.
Yeah.
Same with the ambulance service. They can only go to put the sirens on for certain types of calls.
Yeah. I've been blue lighted, but I've never had the sirens on.
Yeah, I have. When they thought I broke my neck on exercise.
Oh.
Turns out I hadn't. I just bruised my brainstem.
Still, ouch.
Yeah, it didn't really hurt. It was just very scary because I couldn't get my words out at all. I was just got stuck on the first letter and I just kept repeating it and I couldn't stop myself. And then I ended up just blubbering. Being very confused. There you go. That's going to be the elevator. Send that down. Perfect. How are we doing for viewers, Tiff?
We're on 9. I think we've had about 14 in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
It's been pretty good.
Not bad at all.
We have about 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Unless Steff wants to carry on for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Not today. I've got to speak to Malcolm in a bit.
Speaking of Malcolm.
Yeah, he's just popped up in chat.
Yeah.
I'll catch up with the comments. Julian says, son, oh, is that what that round shiny thing is? I wondered why the sky was occasionally that funny blue colour. Graham says, the sun has just popped out in Stockton after a severe weather warning on my smart device just came on. Ooh, that'll be why it's dark and dreary around me, because I'm not actually that far from Stockton. Funnily enough, that's where my local minor care centre is. Jim says, at Scale Modelling Twins, saw your review of the Airfix Bulldog. Looks to be a cracking kit. I like your 70-second scale model of the Bulldog too.
I haven't seen that review yet. I'll have to have a look at it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. Julian says, sound is one of the issues I have with electric vehicles. With petrol, diesel, you can hear the engine, so have audible warning. Not so with electric vehicles.
Oh, don't get me started on those bloody things.
Totally agree with you.
What was that, Mikey?
I said totally agree with you.
Yeah. I know, if I remember correctly, you can actually install a program on a Tesla to make it sound like a normal car. But I'd never have one because it costs more to fix it than it does to buy the car.
Well, just the battery's tens of thousands of pounds, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas, like, when we had the car, when we had the battery knackered on the car, it was only like 60 quid for a brand new battery.
Well, there's a documentary, and they were looking at hybrid cars and electric cars to see which are more efficient and stuff. And they actually took a hybrid Land Rover, took it in to the garage, disconnected, tested the emissions with the battery on there. So obviously, it's supposed to be zero emissions. And then they ran it on the engine, and it turned out it was emitting less emissions than what the battery creates when it's recycled and stuff.
Did you also know, the battery also loses its ability to hold charge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to changing it, you've only just become carbon neutral.
Yeah.
And then you've got to pay out all that money for a new battery.
Which makes you uncarbon neutral again.
Yep.
Because it's a new battery. And the old battery can't be recycled.
Yeah.
Exactamundo.
It's ridiculous. The con, the swindle, the swizz.
Mr. Child says, at Steff, yep.
Cool.
Hello, Grand Fromage.
Hello, Malcolm. Julian says, when the Nintendo Wii came out, I commented, it's lucky it wasn't launched in Newcastle. It'd be a Nintendo YI. Sorry, I'll get my quote. It's a good job I'm not actually Geordie, so I don't take offence to that. Sonic tries to wind me up about it all the time, and it just doesn't work.
When we were in sixth form, I did product design as one of my A levels. And they had a product designing company come in, and they're the company that designed, you know, the new respirator stuff, the armed forces.
Right.
They designed them, and they said, "Oh, we've got a scenario for you. We want what we're going to do is we're going to say that we've had a brief to design a new games console, and we want you guys to design the controllers and things like that." I'm like, all right, cool. We're like, is it real? And we went, no, it's fictitious. I'm like, all right then. And then mate said, oh, it'd be cool if you could have like little hand controls that you could move, and it picked up your hand movements. And we designed like a little rectangle with the key, the movement pad on one, and then another one with like a little joystick on that picked up movement and everything, wrote it down. And then a few months later, the blue Nintendo Wii came out. Like, well, that's weird. Did we see an advertisement for it somewhere or something like that? Was it subliminal messaging?
Could have done, but
we talked about it years later, and we're like, "What the hell happened?" We couldn't figure out whether that company was just trying to get some free bloody design work, or what's it called?
ideas.
Yeah. To put forward to the Nintendo or something, I don't know. But market research, that's it. Okay.
Jim says, bonjour, le grand fromage. Julian says, plus the materials used to make the batteries for the EVs, they're not carbon neutral, are they?
No.
No.
Although they do keep a lot of children in employment. Which will make the lefties very happy.
Yeah. And Graham says, Mackham and proud. How are the lads?
I'm starting to like this build.
Oh, we've got 2 minutes of the stream left.
Ooh.
Shall we quickly go round?
Yes. Who wants to go first?
You're in command. You tell us.
We'll start with you, Mikey.
Start with me. Okay. I put my seats in.
Nice.
Put the sides on. So they're the right height now. And I've also made a tail that's going to, well, the elevators that's going to fit on there. Like that. And I'm going to have the tail coming up. And then I can do the wings and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks. There you go.
And Steff.
Right. So let's go through what I got done. I did a lot of cleaning up. So as you know, this is going to be the boiler. So I've blocked off that bit with styrene. A couple of bits that will need filling in and just trimming off and just making it look better. And I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do for chimney stacks? And looking in the kit, and they've got these petrol containers.
Yeah.
One big, one small. So I'm going to have the big one there above the fire, and then a little one there above the steam box.
Cool.
That is what they're going to look like. I've also elongated this.
That does look cool.
So a couple of big styrene strips under there just to keep it secure. Then I'll fill this in with more styrene. So that is what that looks like so far.
That's cool.
Cool.
Well done, Steff.
Thank you. I've got to put a couple of holes in there. So just drill those out, but I've just glued them, let them dry, sand them back.
Are you going to make some like little flared, the flared bits on top of the chimney stacks? So it looks like the star things that they have on the old chimney stacks. On the train.
If I can find some, I will do. But what I might do is I've got some copper sheet.
Yeah.
So I'll probably wrap some copper sheet around there and then cut into things and just bend them back slightly. Or make it, get a copper pipe, a brass pipe tube, put it on there. So
yeah.
I might just do that. So yeah, that's what I'm up to, where I am.
Cool.
So some nice progression today. What about you then, Tiff?
Not much from me today because obviously phone call, catching up with chat and stuff. But I've got the engine pretty much finished. Just needs to be glued in.
Nice.
It was very fiddly. So many small parts, but yeah. So that just gets glued in and then that's that bit done.
Very cool.
So
you're doing well. This your first vehicle kit, isn't it?
Well, other than this tiny little Jeep. Yes.
Yeah, it's a nice little Jeep.
Yeah, it's so small. But yeah, other than that, it's my first vehicle.
Excellent.
Looking good.
Yeah. So we've got to finish off the comments and then we'll say goodbye.
Yep.
So Julian says, best comeback to a slur I ever heard. Some idiot yelled at Lenny Henry to go back to where he came from. He replied, you mean the Black Country? Lol. Yep, because he's just outside Birmingham, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And Julian says, okay, Carrie just arrived. Got to go. Fun and enjoyable chat as always.
Okay, take care, Julian.
Bye, Julian.
Bye.
Daddy bye, he says.
Daddy bye.
Graves says, so long, Julian. Jim says, thank you all for another great show. Can't think of a better way to spend a rainy early Tuesday morning. Be seeing you all Thursday.
See you on Discord.
Yes.
Yes.
And Graham says, short and sweet for me. Enjoyed the content. Catch you all later.
Take care, Graham. Thanks for joining.
Right.
Did you hear the bit? I was saying, I don't know, because I think you went off. I've created a Pets Corner on Discord.
I've seen. Yeah. That'd be quite good. Be ready to get spammed with pictures of my cat.
It's fine. I can mute the channel and you lot can just have fun taking photos of each animal.
Yeah. Right. So it's a goodbye from me. Goodbye from Steff. And goodbye from Mikey.
Bye-bye. Stay safe. Keep modelling. Bye.
How do I end this again?
I'll do it.
Okay.